That was pretty sick. All right, so like you saw in the last video, we got pretty far on our giveaway bike here. We're still waiting on a few parts, which I actually just ordered last night from Prism Supply. They've been on back order for 3 weeks. It's I'm not even gonna tell you, it's a surprise, but it is the final pieces that we were waiting for this bike. We are now loading it up into the Sprinter van. We're gonna be bringing it over to my man Brendan over at Quality Handmade. He's gonna make some custom spacers for our wheels. I might have him chop the fender to where I need it to be. And we're going to be shaving down our fork lowers here to remove all those tabs and make it look super, super clean. So we're gonna load it up now. We're gonna head over there, drop it off. Let's get to it. This could be bad. Ready? Woo! There we go. Come up in here and help us strap it in. Always sketchy with no front brakes and fucking loading. Unloading it's gonna be fun too. Oh, it ain't going anywhere. It's not going nowhere. Alright. Ready? Dude, head over there and unload this. Yes, sir. Throw these ramps in here.
Don't step on it.
That dude that made my other pipes, remember you did the new bongs for me?
Yeah.
Same guy's making one. So the rear will come here. This one was dumped straight down. It's gonna dump right here.
Nice.
Something different. And then, because I'm eliminating all the controls, I put the little solenoid starter there.
Cool.
I'm gonna go new air cleaner. I saw Prism had a really cool one. It's just a screen. Very chopperist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some type of custom paint. Yeah, we'll do the spacers, do the fork lowers.
You need to do rear spacers too?
Rear spacers too, yeah.
Cool.
So you heard the man will be back here in about a week to pick it up. Super excited because it's going to be actually rolling properly. And then we should have our new parts from Prism. And we should be able to button this bike up fully, aside from the paint job. So stay tuned. It's gonna be sick. It's gonna be sick. And this guy's awesome. Make sure you check him out. Quality Handmade. Alright, huge thank you to my man Brent here from Quality Handmade. He did an awesome job on the bike. I originally just dropped the bike off to have to do a few things, and I was like, you know what? Just finish it for me. We got 2 extra things we gotta do to it when we get it back to the garage, but it's pretty much done, and it came out exactly how I pictured. This thing is awesome. I can't wait to get it away to you guys. And yeah, I appreciate it.
Hell yeah, dude. Thank you.
Thank you. We're gonna be building something else very soon for my personal collection, and he's gonna be doing it. We're gonna do a little hardtail chopper.
MBT fam, this whole build series is for you to see the complete overhaul of our 4th giveaway bike, and that is this Harley 883 Sportster. It will look nothing like it does in these pictures, but we are completely changing it up from head to toe. New wheels, new exhaust, to mention a few of the crazy modifications we're doing to this bike. If you want to enter to get a chance to take home this soon-to-be fully custom Harley 883 Sportster, then head over to our website, mbtclothing.com, link in the description, and with every dollar you spend, you will get 1 entry. Shop our wide variety of premium armored riding gear, from our armored pants to our armored hoodie, or even our bomber jacket. We have what you need to stay protected and stylish on the road. Go get entered now to get a chance to win this custom Harley 883 Sportster plus $2,000 in cash. Now back to the video.
So we finally got the Sporty back. We just picked it up from Quality Handmade. We took it on a nice little ride. You're gonna see some nice cinematic shots right before we're filming this. But yeah, this thing's an absolute ripper. We did a lot. Like I said, I dropped it off for only a few things to get done. I ended up just telling Brent, hey, I don't really have much time. Do you wanna basically finish it up for me? And he said, yeah, I'd love to. He just left 2 pieces for us to finish ourselves, which we'll get to that in a minute. But if you come down here, we have the Sportster S front end, so that comes with the fully adjustable upper and lower Showa front end. A lot of people were hating us on this, but we shaved down the fork legs there. We cut all the tabs off, made it look super nice and clean. Brand is known for this. It's very chopper style, and we got a lot of crap for doing it on an S front end, but hey, who cares? And we made it, we kept the fork brace on here. We added this like Baja looking light. We have the MX gas cap. We have the MX pegs. It kind of ties it all together. It's like an MX chop. Super cool. So we got this super cool screen here from Prism Supply, keeping it very minimalistic chopper style. We got the breather bolts there from TC Bros. This exhaust sounds absolutely insane, but it is going to be going. Our exhaust was just shipped today from Poland, a guy I've been working with for a while, called Spyromoto. He made these really custom pipes for me. I think it's a one-off, super cool. They're gonna dump right across the front here and dump here, so it's gonna leave everything open. And with this exhaust, we can't run our skate. We've got this super cool little skate rack on here, and with this exhaust, you really can't run it with the skate deck. So once we get the new exhaust, we'll get the skate deck on there. Brent also painted this too, got the MBT Clothing logo. Wrong turns make better stories with the logo. I'm super pumped that he signed it. Quality, threw a little MBT on there. He's really known for his pinstriping. He did a full custom paint job on this, the tank and the rear fender. Tie it together with some really sick gold pinstriping, and he also signed the tank there as well and threw our name. I'm super honored to have my name next to his name on this tank. He does really amazing work. Make sure you guys check him out. Quality Handmade. He's always doing this stuff, and I'm blown away by all his builds. But yeah, I'm trying to think like what else we did. We got the custom Cobra seat. We added the sissy bar so we can throw on our nice little collab bag we're doing here with Torque Motorcycles. This is his dry bag. Kind of changed the coloring up a little bit, added a little zipper on the outside. And yeah, we're gonna be selling these very soon, very limited, and it looks dope on the bike. Show them. Super sick. So yeah, this was one of my personal bikes. I ended up deleting the Speedo. I don't know why, but we ended up putting the Speedo back on. Bren cleaned up all the wiring for me because we did delete the controls up here. It looks super clean. Like I was gonna get ready to say in the beginning, we're gonna be deleting this clutch. We're going to a foot clutch. So the clutch will be down here, and then the shifter is actually gonna be a rod right back here to a nice little jockey shift. So that's the last two things we gotta do. We're gonna be doing it here at the end of the video. But yeah, I'm pumped that we were able to get the Speedo back on. We relocated our coil pack down here, relocated the coil pack, got the new coils, relocated the key down here with the custom Prism Supply mount, because this is where the jockey shift's actually gonna mount up right here. What else do we do? I mean, we chopped the rear fender a little bit. So on these Sporties, you have this, your license plate sits here, and then right back here sits your brake, tail light, turn signals. We chopped it just below our license plate bracket here. We're gonna keep the license plate right there. I think it looks pretty sweet. We got these custom little just running and brake lights. We are only running the rear brake. We deleted the front. I mean, I've ridden a lot of bikes with just the rear brake. It's super, you know, it's fine. I mean, you just gotta be kind of paying attention. Remind yourself that you don't have a front brake, and just always cover that rear brake when you're riding. But yeah, I'm super pumped on this bike. It came out exactly how I pictured. This is a bike that I don't even want to give this bike away. I just rode it for 30 minutes there, and I've fallen in love with it. We got the chain drive on. It was belt before. So we originally brought it to Quality because he has a lathe up there and he makes custom spacers. So he was making the custom spacers. What else was he going up there? Mainly he was just going up there for the spacers and the front fork lowers. I was gonna get the tank and the fender painted from someone else, but you know, I'm all about supporting local. Bren's literally 5 minutes around the street from me, and that's why I said, do you want to just finish it? I love what you do, and I'd rather support local. Same with this skate rack. He asked me, he goes, do you want to just order one and we'll mount it up? And I was like, he goes, or I could try to make one. And I said, you know what, if you want to make one, I'd rather support local. So he made this skate rack. Super sick. And like the details too, like down here you have these little tabs. So we ordered these little straps and he welded these little tabs on it, and it's gonna hold the skate deck in place. So just like the minor little details that just tie this whole bike together. And the paint job he did on it was amazing. This is all rattle can. It's awesome. He did it like the high quality paint, like car paint, rattle paint, and then he cleared it after. I think it came out sick. What do you think, Vitas?
I think it came out pretty dope.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised. The rear fender delete looks pretty OEM.
Yeah, it does look OEM.
It doesn't look any different.
Yeah, no, it's just a little bit shorter.
Yeah.
And it deletes that the old school like brake running light. But yeah, I'm excited I love the way this exhaust sounds. It doesn't work with our setup with this skate deck. I really hope the new exhaust sounds like this one or similar, because this sounds so good. When you let off, it's like absolutely perfect. And then yeah, on the front here, there used to be these little tabs here for the old school Sportster, like the ball cap thing I like to say. It's like it looks like an old school baseball cap, and it holds your top mount headlight. So the tabs, I just had him cut them off, and he polished the triple upper, and he also polished the lower for me as well. I was gonna get rid of the brace here, but it kind of works with the whole bike, because we kept the oil cooler, kept the MX pegs. It's like very like chopper MX vibes. And once, you know, our clutch lever's gone and it's down to the foot clutch, it's gonna look so minimalistic up here. I don't want to give this bike away, but right after this, I'm gonna be searching for another one, maybe a little bit older. Maybe we go panhead and we do a full hardtail, just like my buddy Corey that's over there. And yeah, I really want one of these for like my own personal collection, because I really enjoy hopping on one of these and just cruising down A1A. It's such like a good ride. You know, you always want to go fast and, you know, have the fastest bike out there, but to me it's not always about having the fastest bike. It's just something that like sounds really good, looks good, and you just feel like you're just chilling when you're riding. This is such a cool like seated position and ride. So we also painted up another skate deck here. Win this bike. This is gonna come along with the bike. We are giving this away. Keep telling everyone, but we're gonna end today's video right there. We're gonna pick up tomorrow, and we're gonna finish this bike to where it is absolutely done with, hopefully, the new exhaust. It arrives, and we're gonna do that foot clutch and the jockey shift. So I'll catch you tomorrow. is finally here. We're finally going to finish this bike up. We're going to be starting it off with this custom exhaust from Spiramoto, all the way from Poland. After that, we're going to finish it off with all these cool custom parts from Prison Supply. I've been saying it for a long time. We're doing the jockey shift and the foot clutch from them. Here is this awesome jockey shift. Parts are super quality. Can't wait to get it on. And then you have your foot clutch here. Everything's in the kit. It's gonna look awesome. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna remove this old crusty exhaust, and we're gonna get the new one on. All right, just like that, got the new exhaust on here. I love these pie cut welds. It's really cool. Got a nice little mount here in the back to hold the two pipes together to make sure it's equal in distance right here. But yeah, these are a little bit smaller than I thought they were gonna be. I think these are 1 inch and 7/8, I believe. The ones I have on my other bike are 2 inch. So I'm really curious to see how these sound. But yeah, overall, these look awesome. So I'm just gonna wipe it down right now. I will wipe it down again before I start the bike. But we're gonna head on over to the other side and we're gonna start on the foot clutch and the jockey shift. All right, next we're gonna install this beautiful Prism Supply foot clutch on the Sportster. We're gonna go ahead by removing our controls first. Go ahead, we're going to remove our shifter here because we're going to be putting on the jockey shift after we install this foot clutch. All right, next we're going to go ahead, we're going to remove our derby cover. And next is pretty wild, we're running the one finger clutch lever on the chopper, but we're gonna be deleting that now, so we're gonna remove it from our handlebars, giving us that naked look. Almost hit the tank. Alright, so we're gonna take this guy off. And feed it on down here. Out. Next, we're going to be removing. All right, down here, come down to our primary. We're going to be removing the spring. We have our washer in the spring. Put it all in here. Next, we're going to be removing this little guy back here, flathead. Instead of turning it lefty-loosey, you gotta go righty-tighty to take her out. Save that. Now we're just gonna go ahead, we're gonna loosen this. All right, and while we're at it, I'm going to be changing this transmission oil because, quite frankly, I've owned this bike for 3-4 years now. I probably only put about 1,000 miles on it. I've done an oil change, but I never changed the primary oil. Definitely needed to be changed. All right, so while we're letting all this drain out, we're gonna plug this hole now because we are no longer running that clutch cable. Make sure everything's clean In the kit comes this nice bolt with a new O-ring. Just gonna slide her in right here. Try not to drop her in the oil below. Next, it's pretty much drained. We're gonna plug the hole back up with our drain bolt. So it's the stock guy here that held your clutch lever in. We're removing that, and we got this one provided by Prism. We're just going to install it the same way the stock one came out, hex facing out. All right, and we're going to take this guy that we removed earlier. We're going to put it back on our flathead. And remember, it is now lefty tighty. So now we got this little mechanism all mounted up. We've got a wave ring, we've got a little washer, and then we have a little skinny spacer here. We're gonna take your primary assembly here. Comes already ready to go pretty much. All right, before we put our primary back on, we're gonna add our new primary oil. I should take the full 3 ounces. Lined up, and it should slide right in. Like that. And then just torque it down in your star pattern. Up, low, side to side. All right, guys, all lined up. All right, we ran into a little issue with one of these bolts. Oh, got Loctite all over me. So this bolt right here, for some reason, wasn't threading in. I ended up stripping it. So I'm gonna go get a new one tomorrow. I just have it mocked up here so we can kind of see what everything's gonna look like. We're now gonna go ahead, we're gonna put our rear foot peg back on. And then after that, we're gonna go ahead and install our jockey shift. So we'll get this guy in there first. Perfect. All right, and last on the video, they want you to check to see how your clutch is moving. It should move anywhere from 2 to 3 inches. And it looks like we are spot on. So now that this guy's all pretty much done except for this bolt, we're gonna go ahead and we're going to install this super cool jockey shift kit. Just like the foot clutch, super quality parts. And yeah, it's gonna tie it all together. We don't have the clutch up there anymore. We're not gonna have the gear shifter there with your foot anymore because you got the clutch, and the jockey shift's gonna sit back here, and it's gonna be pretty cool. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna get this installed next. Super nice little acorn shifter. Might get an 8-ball. I don't know yet. Do that first. That was the easy part. So first thing we're gonna do is, because we did relocate the ignition, we bought the Prism ignition mount knowing we were gonna do this. And it looks like this guy fits perfectly in this little slot right here. So we're just gonna remove these guys, these bolts off your primary. Hopefully these bolts are long enough. Oh, yeah. Alright, we got those. Now it looks like we just fit this up in here, like so. And we put these guys back in. Easy peasy.
Go.
All right, now we got this guy all lined up. Gonna put the bolt in to make sure we lock it down. All right, next we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna install our shift linkage. Make sure I got this guy lined up. So on this side, I'm gonna install it on the front, and then on the actual shift linkage part, you're gonna install it from the back side. All right, we got all this mounted up. It looks pretty good. I might need to adjust it for it to come forward, because now we're gonna put our little jockey shift on, and it looks like it's gonna, sit pretty good, not bad. So we're gonna throw some Loctite on these bolts and get this guy mounted up. Tab a little. All right, and just like that, we got the Prism Supply foot clutch and the nice jockey shifter here. Everything works as it should. We're gonna get a new bolt tomorrow morning for this guy, and then we're gonna roll this thing off. We're gonna get some pictures in the sunlight. It's dark out right now, but I am super happy the way this thing came out. Remember, every $1 you spend on mbtclothing.com gets you 1 entry towards winning this super cool, like, Sportster, chopper, barber style. We got a couple performance parts to it, and we had to go crazy with the Prism foot clutch and the jockey shift. I'm super excited to get it out tomorrow, ride it. I've never ridden one with a jockey shift. I've ridden one with a suicide shift, but yeah, I'm gonna bring it down right now so we can see what it looks like in all its glory before we roll it out tomorrow.